Alright, looks like we're back up. Let's get back into it. Anyway, this resolves. 1, 2, 3. Council's judgment. You gonna vote for my Teferi or my Lin Civi, honestly? Probably the Teferi. Pure said it doesn't do anything. Rip this Teferi. We could brainstorm trying to find force. Then we only get a 2. We have 3 forces left. It's probably fine. Ooh, training ground is nice. Check some of these fucking Ramosian sergeants. Jesus. Shuffle them away. I'm going to activate this as well. Just in case they do vote for the Lin Civi. I imagine they're voting for the Teferi, right? Let's go get a Falcon. Then we'll have training grounds going. And vote for the Teferi. Goodbye, Teferi. You were sweet while we had you, but tempting, but probably not, honestly. Disenchant my training grounds. That's mean. Well, we'll just get a bunch of value, right? Oh, I have to pay up to 1, right? I can't just do that for free. Oh, okey doke. Suppose I should have activated the Lin Civi then left up a mana, but it probably doesn't matter that much. Could have made my team 3/3s. Opponent is cantripping like crazy. Okay, they're gonna try to AK into the terminus here. They can, or they not. They're not gonna try. They have it. They don't have it. Wait, did they shuffle on the ponder? Oh, they did. Interesting. They're at 17, so I can't just like pump my guys for 1 million and just bash. Let's fucking ponder so we can actually hit a 4th land drop on turn 10. Or not. Jesus. I think I want to needle Jace, honestly. Kind of want to keep Plow for a mentor, though. Could also just shuffle. Pump to 4 power. No, I think I want the training ground. So let's draw the needle and needle Jace. So Plow, training grounds, needle. Don't shuffle. Play Pithing Needle on Jace the Mind Sculptor. Don't think I want to attack with the Mirror Entity into like a Snapcaster Mage. Just hit with the Falcon. AK for 9,000 cards. Opponent is going off for sure. What are they digging for? You only have 20 cards left in your deck? Have you not found anything besides the one Jace? Alright, is this like Snap Council's Judgment something? Snap Preordain. What are they digging for? Discard the old Spell Snare. Okay. Now they 100% have the Terminus. Yeah. Nothing we can instant speed into that beats a Terminus, so I guess that's fine. You can't, like, pierce it, obviously, because they have a bunch of mana. Excuse me. Hey, a 4th land, look at that. We finally did it. This is like probably getting forced, right? God, I hate grindy blue-white mirrors. It took a whole lot of time. There we go, Force Pitch Force. Down to the same number of cards in hand. I don't think gluing up this Pierce is doing me very much good, so let's just go Pondering. So I don't even have like Mentors in their deck. I don't hate this Force. I'm gonna put that on top, Mirror Entity after it, so that. No shuffle. So now we can use this Spell Pierce for something useful. Countering their next actual threat. They've burned through only 2 forces, is that correct? Yeah. They still have the other 2, depending on how many they left in against, like, what they, I assume they thought was Death Taxes, seeing the Disenchant and the Containment Priest. Not a lot of other decks you really bring those in against. Containment Priest is, like, pretty savage against this deck, though. We only have 3 removal spells. It's the 3 plows. Huh. Might be something worth looking into. What you got, opponent? Snap. Am I supposed to counter this? I don't think so. They just, like, draw more cards, right? They're just gonna snap AK for 9,000 cards, though. What is this? They're just gonna, like, deck themselves. Yeah. There's the Mentor. Alright, so they're probably gonna counter this and then we're gonna die. Oh, nope, it just worked. Nice. Alright, well, let's deploy my hand. Plow my guys. Plow away, opponents. I have nothing. Does this just Terminus me? Sure. You got it. Let's redeploy the hand. I have nothing. They haven't cast a single Sword Supply of Shares either. Imagine all my things are dying, yeah. Yeah, there we go. They have to have more threats, right? Oh, yeah, there we go. But they didn't play a Jace after. Their Snap's back in their deck, right? Like, all I can do is, like, Snap AK again or whatever. I don't just want to leave up this hardcast Forcible, honestly. I don't think casting my Ramosian Lieutenant into my opponent's 6 cards in hand is going to do me a lot. They couldn't counter me countering their Mentor, so I feel like they used 2 forces. They might have, like, shaved them for the matchup. And if that's the case, they might not be able to counter my Forcible on their next threat. As soon as they find it. There it is. They're gonna counterspell or Forcible back. Okay. Maybe we'll just start brainstorming and not face healing. Dang. Well, we tried. Let's deploy the board and get Terminus. Actually, they've Terminus me 3 times. Might be running it low on those. Supreme Verdict, alright, that's fair. We'll leave that one in the hand. Brainstorming, huh? I assume they still have a threat in their deck for casting a Brainstorm, right? Like, they have a second Mentor somewhere? Otherwise, they just, like, dig the one card closer to dying. So if I don't cast this, they take up to 13. We draw a 4th card. So they draw to 6, plus to 13. We draw a 4th card. They draw a 5. They ult. We have 4 cards in deck. So we're still decking for them. So we do actually need to play this Defiant Falcon. They'll probably get plowed and I'm probably dead. But we have 2 Council Judgments in the deck, I think. Yeah. Let's just rip Council Judgment right off the top here. Oh, well, that's a Linsivy. Not quite the same thing. If I had to guess. Do we have any... We actually do have some things in the graveyard, so Linsivy could actually save us if it lives. Because we could put Rebels at the bottom of our deck. They have the 4th plow here, which makes sense because they only have 6 cards left in hand, and that plan's not going to work out either. Well, we tried. We certainly tried our best. It was a weird match. Or weird game, I guess. Game 1 didn't matter at all. It was able to keep a bad 6 and die. Can opponent just, like, not find threats, or are they just on, like, 2 Mentor, 2 Jace or something? The Teferi felt actually pretty good if I were, like, taking advantage of it better. Maybe I was supposed to be, like, aggressively cantripping to actually hit more light drops to, you know, do shit. I was stuck on 3 mana for so long when I had, like, a pretty big advantage with the Teferi in play. Then maybe I was supposed to like capitalize on that a little bit more and like try to find some more lands. It's a weird deck to pilot. All right, last round. Let's see if we can break our non-caching curse. It's a blue and ill. We keep this god-awful hand. We're on the draw. We got 2 forces. Let's keep this god-awful hand. All right, what's happening, opponent? Island Ponder. Deal. I will cast Ramosian Sergeant. Oh god, this deck. Yeah. It's been pretty fun, actually. I really like I really like jewel boxes, honestly. Pauses the opponent reads Ramosian Sergeant. Final land, we can just Training Grounds activate, too. Live the dream. Oh. Or they're going to Force of Will my Ramosian Sergeant. Pitching Force Will. Do we force back? I feel like no. This card doesn't really matter. We just need to hit a land drop, and like we can just play things. I feel like we just want to save these forces on their relevant spells. Seems like a really weird card to force. Well, that's a problem. Do you even play this Training Grounds, or do I hold it for Force of Will? We'd probably just hold it for Force of Will. This Teferi seems more important. We can find one of our 8 cantrips or 18 other lands. I think this would be a tier deck if you could start with a conspiracy and play every game. Alright, what do we got? What are we playing against? Sneak? Yeah. Why did Sneak force a Ramosian Sergeant? Force pitch Training Grounds. Alright, cool. Now this is TNT. The True Taxes deck. Can we find a second land, please? Ooh, Misdirection. This card does... Wait, what is this? This card's only useful if we're playing a counter war, right? And we don't have the 4th blue card in our hand. We can find a cantrip or a second land. There we go. Second land. We did it. So we're playing against Sneak. I think I just might want a Whip Quarter in play. Better than Ramosian Lieutenant right now. Let's get our Tundras. Whip Quarter makes it so that the only way they kill me is Omniscience. Also, this is blue-white counter rebels, if you were... I didn't actually answer your question, Linek. So, donation deck list. So now we want a 4th blue card, right? So we have Force plus Misdirection. Yeah, that works. So let's just beat down. Just get in the red zone. Beat down with our Idiot Brigade. Am I supposed to board in, I don't know, Tappers were playable in Legacy? They aren't. Am I supposed to board in Big Game Hunter in this matchup? So now if they counter back, then we can misdirect the counter. Spell Pierce me or whatever. Yeah, Spell Pierce me, and we'll misdirect the Spell Pierce to the days. Misdirect the Spell Pierce. Change the target for Spell Pierce to the Show and Tell. Alright, we countered that. Oh, Training Grounds, you say? There's a chance I need to like leave Whip Quarter up, because it like actually stops me from dying to omniscience, right? They're already down 2 show and tell, so I think I just want to end the game. We put them to 8 and then tutor out Mirror Entity and then kill them. Yeah, so we're just going to attack with Whip Quarter and pass. Go with the old Mirror Entity. Hopefully they don't show and tell me. Nice. Actually, I was supposed to leave up the Whip Quarter last turn. They could have like sneak attacked me here. I could have got severely punished. Well, they're at 8, so let's make them 3-3s and hold up. And let's just make them 4-4s. Yeah, we did it. Holy Pierce doesn't really do anything. They have 5 mana anyway. And they need to deal with 2 threats, because they're at 8. Alright, finally a matchup for Ensnaring Bridge. Pithing Needle, Council's Judgments, Disenchants. Do we have any ETB triggers? I don't think so, right? So like if they show and tell in Omniscience, we can't disenchant it. The dumpster fire. I think I'm supposed to bring in this big game hunter. If I have an active Defiant Falcon or like one of my bigger rebels, we can big game hunter and Emrakul, even if they like Omniscience it in. Look at this children and probably these plows. Can we beat? If we cut the plows, can we beat? I guess we got Teferis and Council's Judgments and Pivinil for the creature. What's it called? Arcane Artisan? Whip Quarter actually seems like kind of fine. Ramosian Sergeant doesn't find anything particularly important. No, goes to find Whip Quarter. We'll shave a Mirror Entity. Man, the only hero you need is Hero Blade old Linsivvy ain't shit. Linsivvy did Linsivvy win us any games today? I think Linsivvy helped us in games that we won, but I don't think it was like the card that won us any games. Cut 2 more cards here. Cut a Lieutenant and is Misdirection again? Misdirection's okay in counter fights. Cut a Sergeant. Maybe I'm like not supposed to bring these disenchants because we can't actually disenchant the Omniscience very efficiently because we have big game hunters in ATB now. But I guess disenchant and sneak attack. Never mind. We're supposed to bring these disenchants. How does this deck win? Mirror Entity usually. Mirror Entity makes your little dudes big dudes. This is a Force Pierce Ponder. Hey, this hand's fine. Hopefully the next donation will be for it. Fires of Yafamaya deck. If someone can find a playable Fires deck, then go right ahead. Kind of scared that they just led with basic Mountain here. What's their key? Land, huh? That's actually pretty good. Kind of down for this. Let's draw the planes next turn. Actually, I could just... I think I want to play Defiant Falcon next turn, so yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to draw 2 cards anyway. That is forget. I think I want Defiant Falcon into Training Grounds. Alright, the game ended. We did it. I don't know what the hell my opponent kept. Well, maybe running back that dead guy. Oh, the next donation is actually Ant. It's already been donated for, but we 3-2'd. We did it. This mess. I'd be down to run back some more Dead Gael. That deck was sweet. We 4-1, right? With Dead Gael, we lost to... Oh, we lost like a really tight match to Blue Red Delver with Dead Guy. I remember that. We were so close to winning. But anyway, analysis of this deck. Break it down a little bit. So other than like a couple cards confusing me, the engine actually felt like reasonably powerful. There were some really sweet synergies. I really liked the Children of Corliss as like Ant Tech. We're so close to the 5-0 publish, yeah. The Children of Crows is actually kind of dope. Teferi seemed awesome every time he stuck. Yeah, like it seemed okay. It was weird because I don't know how I felt about it against Post. It seemed like pretty good against Miracles, but just like so does like a Narset or whatever, like just weird permanent based like Planeswalker hate. It was like okay against Miracles, and we didn't hit any land drops, and it didn't matter. It just like doesn't get continuous value, right? It like its plus does nothing in this deck. Its plus literally hits your 4 ponders. So it's all about like using its minus to draw cards and its static ability. I don't know how much that's relevant. I would like to hear the logic behind wanting the Teferi before I like dismiss it completely though. Other than that, the Masticore, I didn't really know what matchups this was for. I imagine it's for matchups where you want to like ping things, but is there nothing that's more efficient than that? Seems like kind of weird. And like so is the one of Ensnaring Bridge. Like, is Sneak and Show a bad matchup? If so, like I guess that makes sense, but Ensnaring Bridge doesn't seem like a card you bring in a lot. If you wanted a card like for Eldrazi, I think you just want a third Back to Basics, because Back to Basics is just nutty. And Eldrazi can like beat bridges nowadays. I don't know how worrying Containment Priest actually is, but it is something to consider, because we have like exactly 3 plows to kill a Containment Priest, and it actually like makes a lot of our deck really shitty. But that's not a problem we actually ran into, so that was more of a, when my opponent cast it, I was like, oh, maybe that's an issue at some point. But yeah, all the cards are really interesting. Feels like the main deck was actually like, pretty reasonable. I'm not really sure about the numbers of Defiant Falcon and Remove Seed Lieutenant, because they're basically the same card. This one's worse against pinging. Dread Knights, Walking Ballistas. This one's worse against attacking. But, yeah. I feel like training, like, the combo of Training Grounds plus your guy is, like, really where your deck takes off, and it's really clunky without that, right? What did we win today? We won against Eldrazi Post completely because of Back to Basics and nothing else. Like, Back to Basics just buried my opponent every time I cast it. We beat Ant because of the sweet Children of Corliss tech. And we beat Sneak and Show because we, like, force-a-will them down to game 1, and then game 2 they seemingly kept an unkeepable hand. So, like, it didn't feel like a lot of our wins stemmed from just, like, grinding our opponent down with activations and stuff. We did grind our Miracle's opponent down pretty well. We obviously didn't get there. We didn't get all the way there, but we did keep up with, like, 4 AKs and a Snap AK. Just by, like, activating stuff. Like, this Teferi drew us, like, 2 cards or something. But it's actually, it was very interesting. I just, like, don't know if, like, all these cards are where you want to be. This Misdirection feels kind of out of place. The bridge kind of felt weird. I kept drawing this fucking Big Game Hunter, but obviously that's, like, not a huge issue. It seems like a really sweet tech card, because usually you just tutor it out and you blow up their Thought-Knot Seer or their Grizzlebrand or whatever. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Rebels. Shout out to Villy NYC for donating for this list. Hope you catch this video sometime. It'll be broken up into 2 parts, because like my internet randomly disconnected there during the Miracles match, I think. But this will all be on YouTube. I guess you'll see this at the end, so that won't matter for you. But anyway, let's go find someone to host. It's a really weird deck. I'm also very bad at cantrips, so there are probably some of those games we definitely could have won. I think we could have won that Miracles game, that game 2, had I been more proficient at what I was doing. Like maybe one of those Eldrazi games. Arkin, Anurag, me, and... Oh, let's go with Arkin. I like Arkin. He's just always playing Legacy, just all the fucking time. What is this? Tarmogoyfs? Struggles Agent Donation Decklist. Ah, okay. Also playing a donation decklist. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. Hope you had a good time. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can always follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows totally free. Help you know when I'm going live. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote, and donations. I do donation deck lists like this one. Like, what do we do? Last donation? I think it was just the Legacy Cube donation, right? And then we have an Ant donation, so get to watch me flounder around with combo decks. But it's usually a Death and Taxes channel. We stream a lot of that here. Other than that, Twitter, YouTube links down below on the Twitch page. Yada yada. Let's go with Darkin. Catch you guys all later. Have a great weekend, everybody.